score. And that's what I think Ricky would have been drumming home to him then. And they are getting first use of the ball out of the centre at the moment.
It's probably fairly even in the aspect that one side's kicked 3 points and one's kicked 2. So I mean, I thought early, they can be costly too when when you're wasteful and you go forward. But I mean, 3 and 2, that's pretty even.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we're just about ready for the start of the second term of our qualifying final here at St Albans Reserve. We see brother Nick talking to brother Chris there, Nick Smith, who's not playing this afternoon, coaches the reserves at Werribee and is also on the match committee, so he'll be on the bench this afternoon with them. He'd love to be out there though, Nick, knowing him.
Suggestion he might be perhaps a week away.
Okay. His brother's strapped up too. He's got both knees strapped up on centre wing, but he had a pretty good tussle with Justin Tate, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a good contest out there, and Tate is very important to Corio too because he's predictable in the fact that he puts the ball into the centre. He gets on that left foot, and you don't have to be a road scholar to know to go and get a kick off Justin when he's got the footy.
So we see Matty Cullen running to the bench.
Just before we do kick off, how do you find the left chook rivet duel?
Yeah, he's given away a few centimetres down there, and hopefully if he can really stand up, as you said earlier, they might have to swap a tool down there, whether it be Howlett or someone.
Well, it could be Chris Smith, couldn't it?
Yeah,
and I mean,
sure.
that would upset Werribee then.
Start the second term, it'll be Walker up against Stewart. Stewart gets it down, rode by O'Toole, wrapped up by Common Soley. And we'll have a secondary bounce up by Hallett to come in and bounce it again. 4-3-27 Werribee. They lead Corio 3-2-20.
Bit of class there, Welsh, the way you read that.
Still in the middle now. Walker, Stewart, double fister towards Gray. Tried to tap it on. Stewart again. Bit of volleyball. Coming through the middle. Cousins did well. Handball chopped off by Howlett though. Gave it to Chris Smith. Wants to get back on his right boot. Under pressure. Gets it long towards Heath Buck. Dabrowski against him. Lazarick comes from the side. Falls to the front. King comes in as well. And Lazarick there also. He overruns it though. Handball towards Luddick off the left. And just put it into Warren Foley. Handball over the top towards Calvert. Had to tap it back. Corio defence under pressure. They do pretty well. Free kick too high. And they will be able to relieve. Well, will they? No, they've given it away a free kick. Yeah. And it is.
Umpire pointed the wrong way, I think, actually.
And it's David Kennedy, I think, getting up with the free kick in the right forward pocket.
I don't know whether it was just a bit hot in there, but there was a wrong option there, what I could see.
Heath Buck coming off, not looking good.
Yeah, I think he got a knee in the hip, just that last contest.
So he's coming off to be replaced by Chris Delaney.
David Kennedy. Too good either, is he?
David Kennedy has the football in the right forward pocket. He's only 15 metres out. He comes in now, and he's
missed everything.
He sprayed it a long way. He has just put it through for one behind. So they go to 4-4-28, the Centurions. They lead Corio 3-2-20. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard, 2 minutes played.
So the ball back with Andrew Dabrowski at fullback. Kicked it to himself. Now runs forward, only chipped it. The lead is from Ricky O'Toole on half-back flank. O'Toole takes the mark. Plays on quickly now. Goes long to centre wing. Lovely kick. Finds Lazarick. Lazarick takes the mark on his shoelaces. Chips it around the corner, and that's Gundry taking the mark on centre wing. Chips it a little bit further. There's Barry O'Toole. He takes the mark. Plays on quickly now. The lead, they've moved the ball so well, Corio. It's in the arms now of Smith on half-forward flank. He kicks it high, back into the corridor. Well, Clifford almost took the mark there. Ball comes to ground. Working hard at ground level is Bernardo, but picked up there by Rivet. Over the top, Tate almost had it, but it's hit over the top, looking for the boundary. Charles gets back on the right foot, chips the ball towards full forward. There's Roland Beck for Werribee. Handball to Stewart. Stewart chips it further, and Gray's on half-back flank and takes the mark. Just
got to be careful here.
Eases the pressure there for the Werribee side. Gray, the lead is from centre wing. It's Delaney, but in the way there is Ricky O'Toole. Takes the mark overhead. Chips it back into the middle. Dabrowski, a long way up the ground. In the centre, in fact, has taken the mark. Called to play on now. Kicks it to the lead at full forward. Rivet. It had to been a sponge cake. It would have splashed all over his face, but he missed the mark. Back to centre wing. And
free kick.
Well, Smith's a free kick paid against him, and it's the umpire, well, not going to pay advantage. And
why not?
Foley was away. I don't know. So Kennedy it is with the free kick on the defensive side of the centre square. Goes wide to centre wing, an atrocious kick straight into the arms of Lee Clifford. and Corio the opportunity to go back into the forward line. Long kick from Clifford, and terrific spotting then. But this time it's Keating, drops the easiest of overhead marks, and gee, there's some elementary mistakes. It was that Foley.
Joe
Calvert
Cocker.
high over the pack. Unfortunately, didn't take the mark. And, well, I reckon Clifford was off
He's
the
on
ground,
now.
and there's quite a little bit of activity out there now as the umpire has given the free kick to Ricky O'Toole. Corio, go quickly forward. Well, at the back there was Keating. Tries to hit it forward. Toe poke there from Bolshevik. Left hook. Attacked the footy. Unfortunately, flicked it into the arms of Justin Tate, and Tate runs 10 metres into an open goal and goes bang, and has kicked the goal for Corio. On the Raiders bingo scoreboard, Corio now 4-2-26. They trail by 2 points. Werribee Central's 4-4-28, 4.5 minutes, second quarter.
You'd be happy with that, Welshie, because they've dropped 2 absolute sodas in the forward line there, didn't they?
Haven't they? They had two good chances there to capitalise, but obviously it was left to the coach again. I don't know what happened over there. They might have attacked him, the Werribee blokes, or might have got one high, and there was a bit of activity, as he said, but Corio were good enough.
Decent wingman here.
Chris Smith's into the ruck and Sean Stewart's on the wing.
I think Ricky's instructions at quarter time, Welshie would have been to kick the ball long.
Yep,
Smith gets it down towards Boarding, then falls into the arms of Barry O'Toole, goes to the right foot, kick towards half forward. Walton gets a shove, no free kick, and the mark paid to Matt Hallam for the Centurions on defensive 50. Goes to the right boot long towards centre wing. They line up. Gray's there from behind. Gundry as well. Off hands. Howlett's got it. Handball in front towards Merry. Does it sit for him? Yes, it does. Dave Merry goes to the right foot. Kick towards half forward. Calvert
Good play.
does well. Takes the mark at centre half forward. There's only 4 players now in front of him, but Luddick's one of them. Great
that's
play
shocking.
by Andrew Dabrowski. Knew Luddick was coming and stood in front of him, took the mark, get it wide to Ricky O'Toole on half back, goes towards centre wing, the lead on Cal Keating. This time he doesn't drop the mark. He goes to the right boot, chips it over the top towards Barry O'Toole, starting to see a little bit of football. On centre wing, got Dabrowski short.
Out here.
He's got Shea Walker. He
I don't
goes,
think
he just
he get that far.
chips it up to John Cousins, who takes the mark. Still inside the centre square.
Chris Smith doesn't know where he's playing.
Plays on, goes to the right foot, kick. Lee Clifford from behind, goes from behind, pushing the back, and will be a free kick to Adrian Bernardo.
He keeps looking over for assistance from the coach's box.
Plays on quickly, goes to Beck, handballs it off to him. A couple of 3 bounces to Roland Beck. 4 bounces, runs through half back.
Keep going, son.
Goes to the right foot wide to Chris Delaney, and that's okay. Takes the mark on centre wing. Calvert gives him a lead. He goes in that direction now. Calvert makes up a bit of ground and takes the diving mark in front of Ricky Bigham. Long lead from Kennedy. Goes in that direction now over the head of Ricky O'Toole. Having to make up some ground. Keating over their heads. Foley and Cockrell in a race for the football. Cockrell there first. Needs some support. Had some. Pushed out of the hands of Ian Cockrell by David Kennedy. And it will be a boundary throw-in.
So the ball deep in the forward line now for Werribee Central. 6.5 minutes gone. Second quarter, Werribee kicking to the northern end. As the boundary umpire, 35 metres from the behind post, puts it in. Gray does the ruck work. Calvert comes over the top, taps it down. Delaney can't get through the pack. Finally getting through there somehow was Dave Merry. He's had a pot shot and missed to the right, out on the full. Free kick to Ricky Lazarick. Lazarick, well, he's chipped it towards half back to Barry O'Toole. Howlett's run under the football. It's gone to the back of the pack. Cockrell picked it up. Oh, great defensive work there by the Werribee side. Comes to Foley. Foley chips it back towards the full forward position. Courageous mark there by Werribee Central's. Couldn't see who
Merry,
it was.
I think it was.
I thought Merry kicked it actually.
Merry, nod familiar from the coach of Thompson. He knows.
Foley kicked it to Merry. So very courageous mark, and he's still in a little bit of bother as Chris Delaney thinks he might perhaps be in the van here to kick the goal. So it was just a very strong physical contact. Nothing in it, I don't think, Paul, as far as anything.
I think both players had eyes on the ball. It's just that Merry was coming in from an awkward angle of the ball, and it was just copped a bit high. Want to knock the wind out of him. He's up now. I think he just winded him. I think
Andrew Howell was just suggesting he might be winded for a few more seconds, and Chris Delaney might be able to take the kick, which is actually happening. So Delaney now 25 metres out, directly in front. The opportunity to extend the Werribee Central's lead. Just preparing the boots or tying the laces up. So he's gone back on the extended run up, and Chris Delaney directly in front as Merry looks as if he's not too bad out on the flank now, and That's good to see. Mr. Trainers has Chris Delaney. Moves in. Right footer. Kicked it very, very high. His goal umpire's moving across, but I think it's a goal. So first of the day to Chris Delaney, and the fifth to Werribee Centrals. 5-4-34. They lead Corio 4-2-26. Raiders bingo scoreboard, 9 minutes, second quarter.
Yes, well, it was a pretty handy goal there into the bit of a breeze, and just momentarily they just lost their way a little bit. Werribee, they got caught out with Heath Buck coming off, and not quite sure on the position. Roland Beck's up there asking where to. Dean Comensoli's come on, not sure where to go. Chris Smith's running around, look at the coach's box. I think they've sorted it out now.
You better send the runner out, Laurie. Back in the middle, umpire hockey with the football for Stewart and Shea Walker. Favours Stewart. Tapped on by Delaney. Cousins runs off the back flank, gets it with a right foot kick long towards half forward Walton and Hallam. Walton puts the hands up. Tate ran through front and centre, couldn't take the ball with him though. Hallam does from half back, goes towards the leader Foley. Cockrell against him over the back. King and also in there Gundry, but Gray did well, gave it to Calvert by hand. He breaks free. Wheels around, right foot, right hand handball to Stewart, too high for him. Barry O'Toole the turnover, goes with a wobbly punt kick towards half forward. And getting back there, no mark taken. Smith, Hallam runs into his own teammate. Now Rivet, the big man, over the top, tries to get it free. Smith in there as well. And kick off the ground by
Tate.
Tate has picked it up 10 metres out and drills it through for his second goal. And the quick reply
Well done.
for Corio. They go to 5-2-32 and they trail Werribee Centrals 5-4-34. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 10 minutes played.
Just with that there, with Stewart is winning the ball out of the centre of the ground, and Johnny Cousins and Ricky O'Toole are reading it to perfection, aren't they?
Yeah,
They've just come off
back,
there.
Well, yeah, perfect. You're right. Got it right, Welshie there. Exactly.
And he's they're both great readers of the ball, and they've got it out there the last couple. And Barry O'Toole's getting a bit more of the ball now, and it's good to see him working himself into the game. And
somebody in the ground wanted to know whether Tate was cheating or not, though, by standing where he is. Do you like that as a coach, do you?
So the ball up again. Stewart gets a tap down ahead there of Walker. Oh, Ricky O'Toole, lovely handball clear to Barry. Barry's pulled off the ball, picks it up, tries to, threw the ball out. No, okay, said the umpire. Keating gets a little handball to Ricky O'Toole on the left foot, goes towards half forward. Bolchevic reads it a bit better, a little bit lucky with the bounce. Hawks
got him.
Kick. Still got him. Look, still got him. Look, still got him. Oh, jeepers.
It's...
Oh no!
I believe the other umpire could see that, but because he wasn't in control, didn't blow his whistle.
Oh.
So the ball half forward flank out of bounds. Corio player goes down, and from the throw in comes to ground, and I think umpire hockey's lost his whistle. Finally, now he's
going to pay
suddenly
for
found it.
He's going to send someone off.
Yeah, he's going to send Ricky off. Is it?
Unbelievable.
Bolchevic.
Unbelievable. They caused that then. The umpires have caused that.
He's red carded him too.
Red card?
Red carded him. So they're down to 17.
Is that a red card?
That's a red card, was. Unless I'm going colour blind.
That's unbelievable. The umpires have caused that. That's disgusting.
Well, I think it's just the one umpire caused it, the one who's standing there right now. He didn't blow his
Absolutely
whistle.
disgusting.
So John Bolchevic.
Can I go out there at half time as a coach and front him, or do I get me captain to do it?
No, you get your captain
because I'd be straight out there. That's absolutely disgusting.
So John Bolchevic comes from the ground. He's been
can't
red
say
carded.
anything, Welsh. That's the problem.
So they're down to 17, Corio, which is going to make it a little bit tougher.
Yes, and that's the rest of the game.
It is.
It's a long day. I got one day, and it's a long day.
So the free kick will be with Werribee Centrals.
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
Will be with Werribee Centrals. Will be I think it might be Chris Delaney with the football. So the right half-back flank, Chris Delaney goes towards centre wing. Ricky O'Toole goes up in front, can't take the mark off hands. Matty King's there. Shuffled the handball out towards the boundary line, and Andrew Dabrowski, the boundary line wins.
They've got to keep their cool here now, though.
Yeah,
Can't afford any more off the
get a free
ground.
kick against him then because the ball's over the boundary line. He kicked it.
Oh right, yeah, they just got to pull it back together now. You know, they've had something go against them, and now's the time where a good side will pull themselves back in the line.
So out of bounds. Oh, shocking throw in straight in the arms there of Stewart. O'Toole tries to take it off Stewart, but can't control it before the boundary line, and it's over once again.
Yeah, we've spoken about this before. This is where I think you should have a plan for this. If you've got a red card, a yellow card, you should know what to do. The players for 5 or 10 minutes don't know what to do till they probably go into half-time break.
That's right. Yeah, exactly right.
They should go to that plan now. Get someone out here and split it up.
And that should be coming off the bench right now. They should
exactly right.
So the ball at half forward for Werribee Centrals, picked up there by Dabrowski. Long handball to Cockrell. Cockrell on the left foot. Gets over the centre, finds Tate there, takes the mark and plays on quickly, runs toward the 50-metre line, kicks it long into the full forwards, is over the head there of Rivet and Leftchuk. Leftchuk comes back, he's more than happy to run toward the boundary line, and no, not deliberate, said the umpire. So it's out of bounds, adjacent to the behind post, deep in the attacking area for Corio. They trail 5-4 to 5-2. And we've been playing 14 minutes second quarter as the boundary umpire. Well, he's taken the ball back about 8 metres.
He has to.
So the ball thrown in now. In front there is Stewart. Gets a tap down to Hallam. Great tackle there by Johnny Cousins. Gets a handball clear to Hawks. Hawks on the right foot. Back towards half-forward flank mark taken by Barry O'Toole. A real grass-cutting pass, and he's found Eamon Charles inside the 50-metre line. Will be kicking from 45 as, well, there's quite a bit of activity up there. The Charles, he's kicked already one. The opportunity to kick his second as you'll kick from 45. About a 45-degree angle. He moves in now. Eamon Charles of Corio. It's a low, long kick, but it's offline to the left of the big stuff and only behind. So Charles, 1 goal, 1 to his credit.
A goal would have been very handy there,
Yes,
Paul, in the context
sure.
of the game.
Raiders bingo scoreboard
Would have settled them a bit, I
5-3.
think,
Corio.
too.
They trail Werribee Centrals 5-4.
Matt Hallam from fullback for the Centurions. Likes to come to the commentary box side, looking for Common Solly and Kennedy. Off-hand Keating goes to Kennedy. His handball was smothered. O'Toole's there. Try to get it out to Tate.
Good
Chopped
play.
off by Kennedy again. Handball towards Roland Beck. Picks it up on the half volley. Handball out wide to Chris Smith. Doesn't sit for him. Eamon Charles bears down. The big man, can he pick it up? No, he can't. First attempt. Yes, he can. Second. Runs away. On centre wing. Goes to the right boot towards centre half forward. Merry in front, who's recovered. Takes the 2 grabber. And takes the mark. Got Howlett running past. Elects there to hold it up. Plays on now with the right boot. Goes towards Kennedy, who followed it up all the way from the half-back flank and spots him at half-forward.
Good running there from Kennedy, Laurie.
Good play, yes. Excellent.
So
It was a good second effort down here from Kennedy as well.
David Kennedy at half-forward. Might be too far out to score.
Yeah,
So
Hawksy.
the lead's on from Luddick. He got Hawks at centre half-forward by himself, who's led down, but he goes to the right boot, just pops it up. Has it got the distance? Off hands, it's hit the post. And it's one behind. So they go to 5:35 Werribee Centrals. They lead Corio 5-3-33. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 16.5 minutes played.
Actually, we saw him earlier in the year, Laurie. Kicks the ball pretty well, Kennedy, doesn't he?
Yes. I think it was an Geelong game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And the umpires disallowed the kick in because the umpire hadn't ceased waving the flags. However, we continue. Ball kicked outside 50. Cockrell takes the mark. Handballs quickly to Barry O'Toole, who's running past. He kicks it long to centre wing. At the back, Smith doesn't take the mark, but picks it up. Handball to Lazarick. Here go Corio. Lazarick now. Long kick to full forward. In front there is Rivet. Can't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Oh, he could have got it over the top. It would have been okay then, but Roland Beck, he looks for the safety of the boundary line. Certainly it was too strong for Hawks. It was over his head. And now the free kick against Ricky O'Toole for kicking the ball over the boundary line in the full. I don't think Ricky's all too impressed with that. The Werribee players might have given the free kick. However, intercepting at centre wing is Gundry for Corio. Takes the strong mark there. Comes inboard now. Kicks it long. The lead again from Rivet. He's got to start taking some of these marks. Almost did on that occasion. Front and square was, Lee Clifford on that occasion. Grabbed without the footy. And again, umpire hockey won't blow the whistle. He's down there. Oh, the ball's landed in the goal square.
Gone through.
Oh, no. Touched.
Well, touched off the boot of was it
Rivet.
Clifford? Rivet.
Yep.
I'll tell you something at the moment, what I would do. I would have someone run with Tatey.
Yep.
Put Smith out in the wing here on his own and direct the footy through him all the time. They've got one out. They've got one spare player.
Tatey's running forward all the time. He's just, as soon as they get the ball, he's going forward at 100 mile an hour.
So Raiders Bingo scoreboard 5-4 Corio. They trail Werribee Central's 5-5.
Hallam kicks in, looking for Kennedy. Goes up, can't
watch
take
the
the
ball,
mark
son.
off hands. Aim on Charles, left foot
Good
kick.
kick,
Gives it
good
towards
kick.
Paul Smith. Goes back. Oh, no,
look.
might have been called out. Goes to Hallam, runs through the middle, backs
Good play,
himself.
Matt.
Handball to Stewart, missed its target. At centre half back, the big man, blind turn, does well. Gets the hands free to Delaney. He gets wrapped up by Lazarick. Handball to Beck. Across centre half back, they just need to settle down. They've broken free now. Go wide towards Cook, who takes the mark. Plays on quickly, goes to the right foot kick towards Kelbert and Bigham. Kelbert pretty close to the boundary line. Bigham worries him out of it and picks it up, but he runs out of room. And we will have a boundary throw in at half forward.
Sort of become a little more fast and furious in this quarter, Laurie, I think.
Yes, I think so. Corio have got to hit their targets now, of course,
Yep.
with one player short, and it's so important now that every time you go forward you find a target.
From the throne, Ricky Bigham gets the tap down. Cockrell runs onto the footy, picks it up, flick over the top by hand to Barrow Tool. But, well, the umpire has...
You're going to get a card too. They're going to end up with 16.
He's got a card. Have a look at what colour it is.
Well, I think umpire McMaster's reporting him.
I think the Werribee player's helping the situation by not moving.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Yellow card.
Yeah.
So they're down to 16.
So that's for the next 15 minutes. So that's into the rest of this quarter and probably into the third. So
Something they don't need. Something they didn't need, Dad.
Barrow Tool is off the ground for 15 minutes. As umpire McMaster, Simon Calvert was the player. So Calvert now. Game not to start until Barrow Tool removes from the ground. So interesting scenario here now. Corio for the rest of this quarter certainly. Maximum of 16 players, providing nothing else happens. So we've got...
and a bit of the next quarter.
Yes, 20 minutes gone now as, Justin Tate has gone into the forward line for Werribee, as Calvert now is, umpire McMaster has things in hand, as about to blow time off once again. So a little bit of time off, be a long quarter this quarter as the game continues. Calvert just chips the ball over the top. The lead was from Boardington in the forward line. Kicks it forward, long kick. It's pretty wide. Ball comes to ground. Delaney picks it up. Had
Tackle,
someone running.
good tackle.
On the footy.
That's
Yeah.
and umpire Hallett has played advantage. Ricky O'Toole picks it up, kicks it back towards centre wing. Smith can't take the mark.
That's where they're going to be under pressure here
The
when they
ball
go forward.
now finds Foley at centre half forward, and Corio need to probably flood the back line temporarily just to hold the things in check. But magnificent kick there by Foley's found. Peter Gray, I think it is, has taken the chest mark, and they just need to steady Corio. They're
I don't know whether you just saw then, Paul, Tatey ran forward again now. He can't run forward now.
No,
Two
not
players
now.
off the ground.
No,
It's
not now.
it's-
He's got to start across the half-back line now.
He's got to be accountable
and stay
now.
there. Yep.
so Peter
He's probably
Gray.
just going to be asking now. He's put his hand up for the runner,
Yeah, yes.
and he'll be asking
So Gray,
what will be
terrible kick, touched on the line and only behind. Didn't hit that one anywhere near well enough.
Is there a jam tin out there somewhere, is there? And he couldn't kick over it.
Werribee Central's now on the Raiders Bingo scoreboard 5-6-36. They lead Corio 5-4-34 and 22 minutes gone in the second quarter.
Dabrowski kicked into Ricky Bigham, got it back from him, kicked it wide towards Tate and Keating.
Oh,
Keating
cool.
got a hand to it. Oh no, in front though, Merrick, and handball to Luddick. The laconic Luke goes with the left foot back inboard to half forward. Pretty good. Boardington takes the mark.
They've got to be queuing up for it now.
Goes with the right foot kick. Lazarick goes up. Oh, good mark
good
in
mark.
front. Chris Smith, too tall. And took the mark. Will kick from 35 metres out. Slide angle.
You've got to say that through the course of the game, Keating's made 2 or 3 mistakes, Welshie.
Yeah, he started all right, and he's just gone out of it a bit now, and he's having a horror 7 or 8 minutes. But Corio, when they get the ball now, they just got to stop and wait and chip like they do in the AFL when they're running down the clock. That's all I can do now, and just gradually chip the ball forward. With 16 men aside, I just can't
That's a goal.
be under pressure, because that's when they'll be Werribee will come out of the back line and open the game up from there. So Corio's just got to grab the ball, just chip it around, whether it goes 10 metres or something, just keep gradually chipping it forward at this stage with 16 men on the ground.
So Chris Smith has kicked the goal for Werribee. They move to 6-6-42 They lead Corio 5-4-34 Raiders bingo scoreboard. We've been playing 23 minutes in this second quarter.
So we'll just see where they line up now. They're too short, Corio, down to 16. Chris Smith at centre half forward by himself. I don't know whether you'd do that too often.
No.
I think somebody might want to get near him.
Well, I wouldn't put Luke Luddick on Tatey for a start.
Back in the middle, Stewart gets it down. Ricky O'Toole
Oh,
roves the
great
ball,
play,
wants to run
Ricky.
from the middle. Handball to Lee. Clifford can get it back.
Get it
He
back
runs.
to him.
Back to him.
Goes with the right foot, kick towards Rivet, the big man. Left chook over the back now. Paul Smith leads in the race of the football. It's into the left forward pocket. He's pretty close to the boundary line. He sees it over.
There was a dead 1-2 there,
Yes.
and Ricky on.
You could have run another 10 metres.
Yeah.
So it'll be a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for Corio. They trail 5-4 to 6-6. 42 playing 34. Been playing 24 minutes in the second term. So Rivet up against Stewart. Boundary umpire throws it in front. Stewart gets it down. Through the middle was Cousins working hard. Now off Ricky O'Toole towards the boundary line again. And another throw in, this time about 25 metres around from the Corio goal. So Stewart will do it again. And getting back there to do the ruck work for Corio, Rob Walton. So the boundary umpire throws the footy in. Walton in front, Stewart from the side.
Well
Walton
done.
used the body well. Then he gets wrapped up though. Has to get rid of the football. Does so somehow to Cousins. Short little kick towards Rivet and left chook in the square.
Good play.
And the goal square and left chook pushed it through for a rush behind to the Devils. They go to 5-5-35. They trial Werribee Central 6-6-42. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard 25 minutes played.
So Roland Beck for Werribee to do the kicking in once again.
So they're going to have one bloke free here.
So a little chip pass and found Matt Hallam. Hallam takes the mark and plays on.
Yeah, good
Check
play.
side kick, looking and finding. Well,
Common
he does
Solly.
a bit of a mess of it. Common Solly comes back to Hallam, threw
Good
it there
pressure.
to Roland Beck, and Corio with limited numbers have done well in the forward half, but Roland Beck back to Common
Oh,
Solly.
they could pay for this.
Well,
Oh.
he's kicked it to Johnny Cousins, bowled over by a terrible bounce. Great tackle there by Smith, and good work from Corio because Johnny Cousins has come in, helped his teammate there, handball to Walker, over the top. Walker now, what's he going to do with it? Kicks it back long into the full forward area. Clifford can't take the mark, left chook has paid the mark.
Here they come now.
Play
Yeah.
on with the handball. And deep in the defensive area is Luke Luddick. He's had two bounces. Kicks
Oh,
it,
gee.
well, that's a pretty ordinary kick. He had Hawks there, I suppose. Hawks one out against
Dropping
two,
the ball.
drops the ball. Picked up by Charles. Handball back to Keating. Keating now. Kicks it along the boundary line, and it's
Yeah, good
found
kick.
Lazarick on half forward flank. And that's good control by the Corio players. Kick long now to centre half forward. At the back was mark not taken by Clifford. In fact, probably spoiled by Johnny Cousins. Left chook over the footy, pulled off it. Play on, said the umpire. Won't blow the whistle. Hallam over the top to, that was Boardington in the back half. Kicks
Jeez,
it
they're
long
making
to
a meal
Cook,
of this.
and picked up by Smith. Well, great work by Smith. Held by one hand. Walton picks it up. Turns
Ricky O'Toole.
Well,
Come on,
give
Ricky.
it to
Dom it,
Ricky
Ricky.
O'Toole now. Ricky goes to the full forward position, and well,
Doing
they
that.
just force another behind. So Luke Luddick missed it, and finally left chook puts it through for a behind. 5-6-36 is Corio. They trail Werribee Central 6-6-42. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard 26.5 minutes.
I think, Laurie, you can say quite categorically that they stuffed that up, didn't they?
I think they certainly did. You've got to give
Comedy
credit
of
for
errors, wasn't it?
Corio tried pretty
Yeah.
hard there. A bit unfortunate they didn't get the score on the board there,
Roland Beck from full-back.
because that's what hurts.
Goes with the right boot out wide on defensive 50. Oh, big
Cousins.
pack. Pay. The mark paid. It's going to go to Corio. It's John Cousins in the middle of the pack. He gets up.
Ooh.
A little bit gingerly too on the ankle. He's got it on
You hit
50.
that ankle last week too.
He's on 50. Short little kick over the top towards Paul Smith's good. And he takes the mark. 35 metres out.
Now,
Slide angle.
Paul's got to kick this.
Half-time AFL, Carlton 8-3, lead Collingwood 6-4.
So a close game between the Magpies and the Blues in the AFL. And pretty close here. This is to tie the game up. Close to half time. 27.5 minutes played. It will be a bit of a long quarter though. John Cousins in the hands of the trainers. As his teammate Paul Smith lines up for goal. 35 metres out. Left foot kick comes in. Oh, he's missed it by a long way. And through for one behind. So they go to 5-7-37 Corio. Werribee Central's 6-6-42. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 28 minutes played.
Hallam does the kicking in, goes long. So you lead out there is from
Oh,
left
good-
hook.
good
what
grab.
a mark
Hanger.
outside
Yeah,
50.
top
It's,
mark.
left chook over the top of the pack there. Takes the strong mark for Werribee Centrals. goes wide to the lead on centre wing. That's Cockrell, gets in early, punches the ball toward the boundary. Well, players not handling it well. Ricky O'Toole does, picks it up, handball to Cockrell, but kick smothered off the boot there by Cockrell, and it's over the boundary line on outer centre wing with 28.5 minutes gone in the second quarter. Stewart doing the ruck work against Walker, gets it down to Mary. Mary, a long kick off one step. Dabrowski,
good mark.
Great courage. Went back into the pack and takes the mark. Well, played on, but he had nobody to kick to. Finally finds Bigham on half-back flank wide, and he takes the mark. He kicks it back into the corridor. It's all Corio there. They can't take the mark. Walton butters up, threw it through the pack there, picked up by Comensoli. Well, nice little bit of a weave there from him, and he's kicked it to the gentleman in the red shirt in the outer. So not a very good effort there by Comensoli, certainly. And
A little bit of magic before it was all right.
yeah. So Dabrowski with the kick, goes long to half forward.
Good mark.
Oh, good mark. Good stretch there by Walton of Corio. Close to the boundary at half forward. Comes back into the corridor. The lead there.
Oh, yes.
Rivet.
Got it. Yeah, got it anyway.
He's got the free kick, not the mark, and he took a sensational one-handed mark anyway. And so an important kick here for Rivet of Corio. 29.5 minutes gone in the second quarter. Corio, 2 players down, and Rivet now 35 metres out, almost directly in front. Comes in. It's a good-looking kick.
It's a goal.
Justin Tate's applauding it. The goal umpire has said it is a goal. So a very important kick for Corio there to give them the lead. So Corio 6-7-43 on the Raiders bingo scoreboard. Go a point in front of Werribee Central 6-6-42, and it's 30 minutes ticked over on the clock at this point.
Hey fellas, how often do you see that when you're 2 men down, you play a lot better football? It happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly right.
They've worked very hard for these, for these 10 minutes or so, since they've been down to 16 men, and they're going well at the moment. But you just sense being 16 men down, how long can they keep it up for?
Back in the middle, Walker gets it down towards O'Toole again. Ricky O'Toole, left foot kick wide towards Walton, coming on for Stuker on the ground for Cook, gets away, breaks free from half back, goes a left foot kick back to whence it came. Oh, you've got a game next week. He's kicked it to the coach. Howlett handballs it to Roland Beck in the middle of the ground, goes to the right foot kick out wide. Dabrowski has to make up a bit of ground. Smith goes up, if you don't mind, takes it one-handed at half forward.
There against Cockrell.
Against Cockrell. So Chris Smith looking for a lead. He goes long towards the pocket, and running back with a fly of the ball was Dabrowski. Bigham chopped it off. That was Ricky Bigham. And he's taken the mark. Oh, be very careful there, David Kennedy. Could have nearly given away 50. He slips over Bigham at the crucial stage, but he got to Charles. He handballs it off to Rick Lazarick. Bit of open space in front of him. You can get somewhere. Tate, he goes towards that direction, and Luddick pretty close to the boundary line. Tate, he can wheel back around on the left side. Handball over the top's okay. Finds Shea Walker, the big man. Stops. And now he's surrounded. Gets it to Tate. Just wants to tap it on towards the boundary line. Charles, Clifford, Luddick. The boundary line will win.
That'll do.
It's not pretty Welshie, but that's what the way they've got to play.
Just keep
Chip away,
working forward.
work at it all.
So a boundary throw in, centre wing. Grandstand side. 6-7 playing 6-6. Corio with a point lead. Walker and Stewart. Stewart in front. Gets it down over the back. Smith was there and kept it in front. And that is the siren for half time. And it is Corio 6-7-43. They lead Werribee Central's 6-6-42 in that quarter. Corio kicked 3 goals 5, while Werribee kicked 2 goals 3. And it's a point of difference at the main break. The goal kickers for the Devils. 2 to Justin Tate and singles to Ricky O'Toole, Lee Clifford, Chad Rivet and Amon Charles. While for Werribee, 2 goals to Heath Buck and singles to Chris Smith, Warren Foley, Simon Calvert and Chris Delaney. The big news from the first half. John Bolchevic red carded, and Corio down to 17 men for the rest of the game. Barry O'Toole still having 5 or 6 minutes to serve of a 15-minute yellow card in the third term. So with 16 men on the ground, Corio lead by a point at half time.